Good evening, everyone.
I've
got a bit of sticky up here. It's this one. Anyway, hi Terry. Hi Amjad. Hi Bexy. How are you? Oh, Pete's in as well. Hi Pete.
Everybody's shit bed today. I don't pay lad.
So you'd be pleased to know that the flapjacks have gone down a storm.
Oh, I would have one in a minute.
Right, Gordo's in as well. Hiya, Gordo.
Hey,
just one criticism. They weren't enough. Because what we only being in a 18 square pan, I cut it, sliced it, and then cut it into 3, so it ended up with 9 pieces. So that's their only criticism at the moment is, yeah, I need a bigger pan next time. So yeah, so that's the only criticism they've got. There wasn't, or there isn't enough of it. Oh, okie dokie then, Gordo. No worries. But yeah, that's what my partner would say. Yeah, you know, they're nice, they're gorgeous. Good, they get spoilt enough as it is, Jeanette. But yeah, you know, they were saying, oh, they're delicious, blah, blah, blah. The only criticism were that, you know, by the time you've cut them, there's only 9 pieces. So that equates to 3 pieces each. Yeah, but this is a kicker, Gordo. Callum come down because he says, shout me when you've cut them up, right? Okie dokie. Cut them up, put them in like a clip lock tub thing. Anyway, I had to have a visit to little girl's room. Callum come down. I says, what you doing? He says, I'm going to have a piece of that flapjack. He says, I heard you cutting it up. You know what I mean? Any other time, Chris rings him and he don't hear him. But I cut, you know, flapjacks up and he can hear me. You know, go and figure that one out. So yeah, you know, talk about selective deafness or selective hearing.
Unidentified flying object.
So yeah, oh, nearly.
We are losing it, girl.
My mum and dad go to Pakistan on Friday. Can't believe they're going. Oh, bless you. That is, yeah. This is the thing, Gordo. It's gorgeous. It's got caramel oozing out there, look. And
give me.
Look at him. Tell his better group.
I'll send you a picture.
It involves through saying them all. But yeah, you know, you can shout him and they don't hear you. You can ring him and they don't hear you. But the minute I start cutting things up, yeah, it's down like a shot. So, but yeah, and this is another one. I'd cut them up, put them in tub and everything. So I comes in here. Chris says, what you doing in here? I says, what do you mean? He says, get in that kitchen and make some more of them. Well, I get him the 1 finger salute, let's just say. But as well, Pete, the fact that I put the cinnamon in and I put some currants in, it give it. I can't explain taste to you. You know what I mean? It's crunchy, bit chewy, and
I'll explain it.
I don't know. I don't know whether it's the cinnamon that gives it that extra kick. I don't know. Well, that's not all that long, is it, Amjad? 8th? Because we're, 11th. It's about 3 weeks, something like that, 4. I don't know. Anyway. I've pinned thing, and if anybody wants to come on panel, he's going like sort of 4 days before you then, is he, Amjad? But yeah. So basically, you know me, I don't take no orders from anybody. Especially when he's saying, go and get in that kitchen and make But I'm sure everybody knows what the one-fingered salute is, so I don't have to demonstrate what it is. Oh, bless you. Don't worry about it, Amjad. Your family's come first, and
sack him.
Yeah,
sack him.
I just want you to enjoy your brother's wedding. You know, that's the most important thing. You know, don't worry about us. We'll still be here when you get back. Yeah, we'll miss you.
But when you get back, Amjad.
Yeah, just watch, you know, what you've missed when you come back. I mean, I don't mean oath stream, you know what I mean? But it's fantastic, Amjad. I'm glad I chose this one, put it that way. Because Chris told me to look for one. He says, you choose one. But I sort of sent him the specs and everything. Johnny. That's a good one, Johnny, in that one. Yeah, true, Pete. But, you know, I'm sure we'd all want to wish Amjad, you know, safe journeys. I hope he enjoys his brother's wedding and, you know, he arrives safely back in the UK. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm glad I chose it. Oh, you've got the
biscuit.
Hiya, Scotty, how are you? He's got the bigger version of mine. I think this one's 14 points, something, I don't know, 14 and a half, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not as big as the 17-inch one, but it does me for what I want it for. You know, I can stream on it, I can do the baking live on it, you know. Bless. I didn't want to make you cry, Amjad, but you know, you are a big part of this community, and I'm sure everybody will agree with me, you know.
If you cry, you're grounded.
Did you laugh, He says, if you cry, you're grounded. Gordo says he's been researching again for this. When I build this monitor enclosure, been researching fiberglass. I'm going to line the base with fiberglass to make it more robust. That sounds a good idea, Gordo.
Nice, mate.
Translated, Amjad. Yeah, Johnny's going to miss you as well. But it's like everybody else. You've got like regulars that come in. Oh God, don't. You've got regulars that, you know, come in, and the sort of person I am, I only wish the best for every single one of you. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know, I mean, we've got Gordo, which is the resident joker. You know what I mean? Oh. Gordo says my Viv leaks a little, so it's something I've learned. Well, that's it. It's sort of, and it's like everything, Gordo. You learn from your mistakes. Yeah, I agree with. I agree wholeheartedly with Johnny. You know what I mean? We've had some. Hi, John lad. Oh dear. Which can't be said for the knickers the freezer badding. You'd be pleased to know, John lad, the flapjacks have gone down a storm. They're only one criticism though. Yeah, they weren't enough. Because I only because it were like a small square pan, I sliced it into 3 and then I sliced it again. So it only made 9 slices. So yeah. But that's what we like about you, Amjad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's you know, how can I put it? Amjad refers to us as his YouTube mum and dad, but to me, that is, you know, a compliment and honour. We've been oh dear me. A strange occurrence happened this morning. Now we put TV on and Chris put Sky News on. Now there were the host talking to this politician, somewhere or other, but they were like talking over the top of it. Hi, Joel.
Hello, Joel.
So, what Chris did, he turned the TV off. But strange thing is, you could still hear the voiceover type of thing.
If I played the station on top of the station, when it was on Sky News, it would still play ITV.
Yeah. Really, really strange. Even though he turned the television off, that should sort of, you know, but it didn't. You could still hear, you could still hear the voice that were over the, I can't explain it. So, really, really weird. And I says, well, how can that happen when till it's turned off? He says, well, bugger me, I don't know.
What they do.
So, yeah, you know, explain that one. TV were turned off. And we could still hear this bloke yakkering away, you know what I mean? Really, really strange. Oh, bless you. Let's make something special that night. Leave it with me, Amjad. But yeah, I'm still to decide what we're making next week. I have been researching the chocolate eclairs, but I sort of, at the moment, you know, it's like a lot of the recipes make their own like custard in the middle. I don't want that. I want to put fresh cream in it.
It's always aliens.
But yeah, really, really strange.
Weird, wasn't it? We were playing up before that at all, weren't it?
Yeah. But this is the thing. You turn TV off, you think it'd stop, but no, it carried on. Even when television was turned off. Oh yeah, it turned off. But yeah, you could still hear this bloke's voice. So, yeah.
It's practice.
I'm glad we ain't got smell-o-vision, John, I'd put it that way. Yeah, smelly tube. for breeze. Oh my giddy eye. Two blondes fell down at Owl. One said it's dark in here, isn't it? The other replied, I don't know, I can't see. Oh, Gordon Bennett. But I don't know what it were, Joel. I can't explain it. You know what I mean? And I says to Chris, it's good job you're not here on your own because nobody'd believe you. You know what I mean? But yeah, very, very strange. So, yeah, you know what I mean? If I wanted to phone home.
There's no crap at Sky News, I can't phone that.
Ah.
No three but voices. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Joel.
Yeah. And he turned TV off, Joel, at this. No, you know, you'd think by turning it, because he turned TV off to get rid of that sort of, because there were Sky News on, and this woman were interviewing this bloke, but this voice was over the top of it. So Chris says, oh, it's probably just a glitch. I'll turn TV off and I'll turn it back on again. But when he turned it off, it was still there. So I don't know. John Ladd says he used to walk up and down the streets with Sky remote, turning people's TV on, and but I at yeah, links been pinned. So if anybody wants to come up on the panel. But yeah, but the thing is, Joel, nothing like that happens down here. It's always upstairs in our room. Like we've had previous to that, you put TV on. Well, Chris were in toilet at the time, but I went, well, that's strange. It's turned volume right down to 0. So anyway, Chris sort of comes in. I turned TV back up, and then all of a sudden, it turned volume down again. And I said, there you go. I said, that just proves my point.
Hello.
Annie.
I'm fully snugged. I've been outside, it's freezing.
Hey, seen what Gordo's put? What? Mrs. G left one of her bras on the floor. I tripped over it, think she left a booby trap.
Booby trap.
Yeah. But yeah, it's never down here. It's never affected anything down here. It's just upstairs. Oh, yeah. I mean, Chris has had sort of tapping on his back and, you know, stuff like that. But, I mean, like electrical, it's never affected any electricals like that. But it always seems to happen upstairs.
Johnny.
Hey, I'll tell you something, Joel. That it looks a nice bit of kit, that what Johnny's got on. Apparently the alt rage, Johnny. I mean, I didn't know till I'd seen it on the internet that they were alt rage.
Hello. I've got it down here right now over my knees, and it's down past.
They're called Snuggies or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mum's got 2 of them. One of them's a penguin one.
Tracy a Disney one and Kina.
I've seen advertisements for some, and they're like right from top to bottom. You know, right long ones. So.
Yeah, them 2 downstairs.
Rude awakening. But yeah, that thing with TV really freaked me out big time.
Yeah.
Can't explain it. Don't know what it were. You know.
My car's good. I managed to move everything, including like little baby's bed and all that, all in like 2 runs.
Oh, that was good then. Is she settled in now then?
took seats out, so it's a van, isn't it? We know seats.
Well, yeah, more or less.
It's box shape, isn't it? I've just got to do the bed tomorrow. The double bed, it splits in half. And then a tumble dryer, and that's it.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's not bad then. A few days and she's sorted.
She's got keys Monday. They're fitting carpets tomorrow. Her uncle's, her partner's uncle's paid for all carpets fitting in flat for her.
Well, that's good then. She's all sorted.
Well, they're Syrian, so they're very big on family things. So
Yeah,
he's just said,
close knit. Yeah.
Measure up and give me a call, and he got a guy out to come and measure all up, and doing it tomorrow. All underlay and everything. The whole flat underlay, except for the kitchen. That's the hallway, 2 bedrooms at living room, 650.
Oh, that's not bad then.
You probably know somebody in the trade.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
well, you know the saying, don't you? It's not
They'll
what
turn
you
up
know,
with
it's who you know.
Turkish rug selection.
So yeah.
Everyone I've spoken to, the Syrian guys, everyone I've actually spoken to so far has been a very respectful person. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're very close knit
And they give you
family.
a free air freshener when they wash your car. You can't go wrong.
I think that applies to most hand car washers nowadays, Johnny.
Yeah, but mine were free.
Yeah, I mean, for the air fresheners, Chris, when he goes
No,
to...
but my valet were free.
Oh, right.
I'm the other uncle apparently now. His uncle said, "You're his uncle as well then." So I said, "All right." He went, "So that means you get pop round once a month and I'll give you a free car wash."
Ooh.
It's a proper valeting place, so it's not just a car wash.
Ah. Well, we've got one of them a bit further up.
So I just chilled out with coffee while they all hovered over it, polishing away.
I'm going to say that one up near us, they've got seats outside, they've got tables outside, and if it's
a 21-year-old car, it could have gone in for put in a showroom by the time they finish with it.
When it's a bit nippy, they've actually got a seated area inside as well. So
Then.
I lost my job today, but that was a bit shit, but never mind.
what we
Kicked off so badly, and then the school pissed off and left me in the playground with her kicking off. And she knows she's special needs, yeah? And then she refused to wear a seatbelt in the car, so I've had to drive back with a child kicking off with no seatbelt on. So I come back B Road's way, and then my mum carried on at me about it, so I just said, no. I know she was upset, but she took it all out on me. And I said, no, I'm not having it.
What you say? I didn't sign up for this abuse.
I could have lost and for 20 minutes. I had a police car behind me and all, so I could have lost my license and everything.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You went out your way.
They know what she's like on a night to pick up. She's a nightmare. I've offered to do the morning one, but they were, no, afternoon. No, I'm not doing it now. Told her.
Joel says, "Do I believe in ghosts?" I don't believe in ghosts as such, but I do believe in
normally I'd be skeptical about that sort of thing, but as a child I actually saw a ghost.
I'm a big believer if when your body leaves this earth, your spirit stays behind.
Your spirit died in a good way. If it went in a bad way, your soul doesn't rest, does it? So that's what.
Well, that's it. Your nose, bro. What we
Hello,
But this is the thing. I mean, I 100% believe that my mum's spirit's here, my stepdad's spirit's here, and the guy that lived here before, because he's got attachment to this. He'd got an attachment to this place.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, as a kid, I lived on Beckett Street, which is next to St James's, and the fenced off area over the road was unmarked graves. It was another part of the cemetery. When plagues and stuff were going on, they were all unmarked graves.
Oh,
yeah. So when I was about 12, I lived in these maisonettes, and the whole hallway at night lit. Because I used to have my bedroom door. All the hallway lit up like a blue shimmer. And I saw it looked like a blue net curtain go past the door like that, flowing, lighting up the hallway. And I was shouting at my mum, and the minute she opened the door, it just went boom, pitch black.
Gone. Yeah.
Gone. Something walked through.
Can you remember? Can you remember?
Shit me up.
I don't think Scotty were here when that happened. Chris went out to do some photography and droning. What was that abbey called? Roach Abbey, it's called.
All right.
Now, he went out to do some filming. He took some photographs and everything. But on one of a bit of backstory, Roach Abbey, it was like a monastery for priests.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Chris, bearing in mind it's sort of like a ruin now, and the window was
Like a lot of abbeys, yeah.
Yeah, the window was.
A lot of abbeys
You
now.
could see
have
the
been
grass
destroyed,
on the
haven't
side, right?
Yeah.
When most of the pictures, you could see the grass through the windows. Anyway, he sent this particular picture, and it says, "There's something a bit not right here." So I says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Just have a look at it and tell me what you see." So I looked at it, and it were like the side silhouette of a monk or a priest.
Wow.
But bearing in mind,
Yeah.
through the windows, you could see the grass on the other side.
Turned out it was Lee
Yeah.
hiding out. Got me up.
But yeah, there's a channel that comes in called Perry and Al, I think, and they have a lot to do with paranormal.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
That's hard work.
Those flapjacks are very nice. I had one with a
Oh.
copy of it.
It's
Anyway.
like one time we were stood in the kitchen,
Wait for me finger.
and there's no way to explain it any other way. We stood there, and Mum's old recipe books, which I think were actually her auntie's originally, they go shooting off the work surface. And I mean, full on, straight like that.
Yeah.
Knocked a pot over and everything. And it's just like, well, that was weird. And then
Normally
Mum
the
just
ones that move
goes,
stuff,
"Will
nice,
you
aren't they?"
stop it?" And said her cousin's name.
This
And
is
then the
it.
book just dropped to the
Yeah.
ground. It's like,
This is it.
what?
When the occurrence with the volume going up and down on telly, Chris says, "Well, whoever it is, stop just turning volume up and down. If you really hear,
It was
You
me,
know.
Jeanette. Sorry.
turn it on and off."
I'm turning you on and off.
But yeah,
Hang on a minute.
anyway, this picture that Chris sent
Yeah.
to me, this Terry and Al, because they were actually in the chat at the same time, it says,
Yeah.
"Send me a picture." It says, you know, and I'll sort of, you know, we sort of do this paranormal sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he says, I'll sort of give you my opinion of it. So I sent it over to him, because obviously Chris had sent it to me. And he dropped off, and he come back and he says, that's an apparition of a priest. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Chris hadn't realised at the time when he took the photograph that there was anything there. He was just taking the bigger picture of the abbey,
Yeah.
the ruins, etc. It weren't till you know, he went to sort of upload his, you know, his stuff onto his computer, that he says, "Just have a look at this." God, oh, that I like to watch a lot of that, John Ladd. I was driving on the Old Western Road into WSM when I hit a figure in the road. No bang, no damage to car. And when I stopped, no sight of a fit. Yeah, I've heard that happen to quite a few people, Gordo.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
a few
I
tales of
been-
ghostly goings-ons in my area, like the headless milkman. He apparently is within the what's called Ninehead Hollow, goes through Nine Head Hollow, and I've walked through there quite a numerous amount of times, and it has got that really creepy, eerie sort of feel to it. My dad used to live out in that direction, and he said that he did hear like clattering of horse prints and everything.
Yeah.
And all that. But my dad told me a story when he lived in Lincoln, I think it was. He was walking along. It was near, I think it was a path going past a graveyard, and there was this figure walking in his general direction. He thought nothing of it until this figure walked straight through the wall, and he went, "I'm out of here." He turned around, ran the opposite
The
direction.
thing is, Scotty, I believe that if her apparition sort of revealed itself to me, I'd shit my pants, honestly.
Yeah, my dad did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a great
Somerset
believer in
has got quite a
paranormal
few
and
good
everything.
places.
But
Yeah.
you know, if I was sort of confronted with it,
Yeah.
I would.
It's-
Well, I couldn't run, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean. I'd walk briskly. You know what I mean?
Well, my dad was quite young at the time, so he could leg it.
Bordeaux says Somerset is very haunted.
Yeah. We got the hitchhiker. He's out the main road between Wellington and Taunton. Quite a few people have said they've seen him, but we've travelled
But
along
this is
that
the
road
thing.
in different.
If he were an
weathers.
hitchhiker and that was the road that he died on, his soul's not at rest.
Thing is, he disappears before you even hit Wellington. That's where I'm at. But one person has actually found out exactly. Well, they say that they found out whereabouts in Wellington he was wanting to go. Because the thing is, you go, "Oh, where do you want to go?" And he says that he disappears before you even get anywhere near him. Get anywhere near to the town.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
he goes on
it's
the
I'm of this. You know, it's either
Top of my head, no.
you're a believer or you're not. And I don't believe in ghosts as such. You know, white sheets and all things and everything sort of thing. But I do believe that, you know, once your body leaves this earth, yeah, in certain situations, your spirit.
Oh, here's one. The small Somerset village haunted by ghost horse that rises from the road.
Oh dear. But yeah, that was when Chris took that photograph, though, it was totally unintentional. You know, he didn't even realise that there were something in windy.
Oh, there we go. Ghost stories and scares from North Somerset. Before you come up.
Well, can I come and do mine, Pete? It says there's a ghostly Victorian gardener at whatever that is. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce that. A few people have seen him, you know. That's where I meant. Can you tend to come and do our garden? But
my mum probably knows more about Western Road.
It's pronounced Plas Newid.
oh, look at you, Johnny. Plus Newhead.
My
I've been to Wales, and you had to understand signs, or you ended up in a field.
my mum said that the flats which I was born in, there's quite a lot of history behind these flats. They were actually it was a boarding school in the Second World War. So it's got all that history.
This way to Dragon turned out into a pub.
Mum
managed to do quite a lot of research into the building and found out the history of it and all that. And they're actually re-wallpapering one time. Stripped the wallpaper off, and there's drawings from the children on the wall. And yeah, apparently there's some eerie going on in that building too.
That building can stop screaming at you. Punch her in the head. Every time she had a creaking floorboard, she started screaming. That Derek and Cora.
I must admit, I have never actually seen anything. It's just these.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, you know, like happenings.
We only
But
did
Chris has
complain
had
to
a
each other.
lot. This is the thing. Chris has had a lot. He's had tapping on back of his chair and you know, pushing sort of front back. You know what I mean? Not sort of really aggressive, but just like a tiny, you know what I mean? I've not had no like that at all.
Yeah, it's a shift your ass to some cleaning to do kind of thing.
All the time there was a group of us parked in local park called Vassell, Old Brick Court. We all saw a figure. Oh, hovering across grass. Oh dear.
The good then
It's 80. That is actually on the haunted rating because I just looked. It's 82
The
of
good then
100 on the haunted rating.
It was a flymo.
Is Roach Abbey there, Scotty? It's ROCHE. Roach Abbey.
We have the blue lady at Temple Newton.
Was
Fell
it
down the stairs. She was young.
ROCHE, isn't it? Roach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roach Abbey.
Or Roch Abbey, whatever whichever you want to pronounce it. But I know.
Type in blue lady Temple Newton Leeds.
Steve.
The picture I haven't pushed her. She fell. She was only young and she fell downstairs.
Hi, Steve. Yeah, we're talking about the paranormal because we had a bit of a weird happening this morning.
There we go. Roach Abbey history. Paranormal investigation. There's a YouTube video on it.
Is there? Really? Yeah. Scotty says there's a baby.
Steve,
Scotty says there's a YouTube video about it. Roach Abbey paranormal.
I think I've seen it. I'm not sure. I'll have a look after the footage.
Yeah, it's called Paranormal Hauntings.
Paranormal Hunting.
Paranormal.
I mean, I don't know. Oh, Steve, absolutely gorgeous. Only one criticism though.
Has anybody got any wardrobes? I need some wardrobes. Has anybody got any? I've got dismantled in the shed.
John Lasses as well. I was out walking home drunk. This black figure was following me. Found out it was my shadow.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, listen, you know, Ailey's partner, yeah.
When I was at work one day and all of a sudden I could smell cigarette smoke. But I've heard a lot of people saying, like, in certain instances, let's say your mum wore a particular perfume or your dad wore a particular aftershave, you know, they've walked into a room and they can smell that particular, you know, whatever favourite, you know, aftershave / perfume the mum or dad were into, you know what I mean?
Funny enough, shortly after my dad died, we could smell his pipe tobacco. Like, that's weird.
Especially if none of you smoke, you know what I mean?
Mum smokes, but not pipe.
Well, yeah. I mean, pipe smoke is like a really pungent smell, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm having one right now.
Yeah, well, we're not on about that kind of pipe.
Not that type of pipe, no.
I'm going to say that's not what kind of pipe we're talking about, Johnny.
You mean it doesn't involve fly fishing by J.R. Hartley?
Nah.
Remember that advert? Remember that advert, Jeanette?
What, J.R. Hartley? Yeah.
Yellow Pages or something.
That's the exact website I was on there, Gordo. Yeah.
Higgypop.com.
News
Old Brick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the exact website I was on.
But yeah, you know what I mean? So as I say, Chris didn't know about there being it being haunted or anything. He just went because it's a ruin of an abbey.
Yeah.
And it's a good photography subject, if you know what I mean.
Ooh.
Hey, Chris, you should go to Kirkstall Abbey Museum. It's fantastic in there. It's like
Kirkstall?
They've got a centre courtyard of the museum over the road, and it's like a moment in time. The little shops and everything. It's amazing.
What's
Really
it called
cool.
again, Johnny? Kirkstill what? Museum?
Still Abbey, but over the road to museum, but the Abbey is just over the road.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Oh, nice.
Johnny says Kirkstill Abbey, and he says there's a museum across road, or the museum, and then Abbey's cross road.
It's literally all little shops. It's even got a little pebbled courtyard in the middle. It's an amazing place.
John Lass says it does play with your mind, though, if you've seen something or not. But I must honestly say, I've never seen anything, John Lad. It's just like little things like the telly's still talking when it's turned off. And Chris has had sort of, you know, tapping on his shoulder, tapping on back of his chair. But, you know, notes ever. It's nothing sort of aggressive or anything. It's just, you know.
Yo, Richard.
Hiya, Richard. He says, go up Pendle Hill.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, Chris is shitty then going up there. I've heard about Pendle Hill. Ooh, underground Edinburgh Vaults. Ooh.
When we next go to Scotland, I'm thinking the next trip will go that far up.
No idea. Where is Pendle Hill anyway? I don't know.
I don't know. What I'm asking. Is it near you, Rich?
I mean, I've heard a lot of, like,
I've heard of the Western Zoyland one.
Most Haunted and things like that. That, you know, a lot of paranormal people have gone to Pendle Hill. But you see, this is one thing that I think, Pete. I mean, Chris's mum's passed away. My mum's passed away. My stepdad passed away. And the guy that used to live here before, obviously he's gone because we moved in. But, yeah, he didn't actually die here. He died in hospital. But it's still the same thing when you've got an attachment to a place or something.
John Lad, look up Ghost Town Living. That's pretty cool.
Tell them about
The guy who's took over a gold mine in Cerro Gordo. It's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Weird one.
Gordo says Q Stoke Toll Road, if you know it, Scotty.
Yes, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Well, just look Clitheroe up. But yeah, you know what I mean. How can I put it? Chris put this app on his phone, and it's supposed to be like you know, like one of these things that you communicate with ghosts with, or spirits. And basically, we sort of said to it, who's here with us? And as clear as a bell, Charles come through, and that was the guy's name that lived here before us.
That's weird.
It came through as clear as a bell.
Yeah, that is weird, isn't it?
One word, and he just says Charles. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So I says to Chris after that, we did ask a few questions. And basically we said, well, if it's you, Charles, is my mum here as well? And he just said as clear as a bell, yes. So yeah, so I says to Chris after that, I says, turn it off. I says, it's freaking me out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're there, put kettle on and patched.
Click, kettle starts up.
But yeah, as some as I say, once I said to it, is my mum around us? And as clear as day.
Even the paranormal, get a ghost to make me a cup of Yorkshire tea.
So obviously, this child that lived here before is like the spokesperson for if there's any other spirits here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I literally ain't got room. Even on another spiritual level, I ain't got room.
John Lass says when we were younger, we would see who was brave to walk about. I wouldn't never walk through a graveyard at night, John Lad. I can tell you that for now.
Yeah, me and Mum, we went to.
We're gonna have plenty of time to get this.
Even
the
dog
local graveyard. Quite late one time.
Down a dark street, it freaks me out.
Yeah, that was weird going there.
I know, I'll shit myself. Chris has just said you know not be no good on a ghost hunt. I said no, because I'd shit myself.
Oh, I did this.
Richard says the grave of the witches are still up there.
Once and, yeah, I did this ghost tour once, and it turns out it was more a scare actor thing than a ghost thing. And we all catch ourselves at the end.
Yeah, that's one thing that Chris has always wanted to do, is go on a ghost hunt.
Mm.
You know, when I says
yes, it's missed it.
Oh,
sorry.
That went to ghost it with Chris.
How's his leg doing? Is it gone down a bit?
It's before. I mean, when I sent that photograph, it was red.
Yeah.
But it's sort of gone a bit lighter now. It's getting there.
Depends on the street, I think.
Plus, it's the thick blood thinners as well. There is on.
You know, Tracy, when her ear got bad the other day, all I gave her was ibuprofen for a couple of days. Keep swelling down, and it's all right again though.
But doctor gave him a follow-up call today.
Tracy gets eczema inside her ears, so that's why she has so much.
Worst thing you can give is ibuprofen. That's what she said to Chris.
Oh, not with that kind of thing, yeah. Because ibuprofen's a blood thinner and all, really.
Richard says, nowadays, he says a graveyard is probably safer than the streets after dark.
I think it depends on the street, to be fair.
But yeah, she gave him a follow-up call.
It'd be living at one end and then ghost town living by the time we get out there.
Are you watching?
Wolves and Forest v Wolves. It's gone to penalty. It's finished 1-1.
Yeah, Wolves and Forest, I think.
Oh, what?
Come on.
But he's not watching Man City. Tim is watching Wolves and Forest because he hates Forest with a passion.
Especially after what they're fans.
Yeah.
So he's watching Forest get beat.
So he likes.
It's
gone to penalties.
Did you like to see
anyway.
the torture in the right?
Well, what it is in the promotion fight last year, it was Forest played Sheffield United, and basically Forest went through on penalties, but there were a lot of bother after the match. Let's just say
a lot of ill feeling.
No, it were the fans really. It weren't players, but one at fans. I mean, they were celebrating on pitch, and one of the Forest fans, out of nowhere, bum rushed Billy Sharp and knocked him flying.
Just went, boom,
yeah, that right. For no reason at all.
Oh, he got sent down for a few months.
Yeah, Chris says he got done.
We were there, two little kids jumped over barrier thing, yeah.
Had an ABA charge,
He were injured and he could hardly bloody walk. The stamping on his head with his foot.
Yeah, and then another one at players got accused of doing something to one at fans, but yeah, it's all been.
That got thrown out.
Yeah, that's all been sort of thrown out of court.
So that's like a game of rugby.
Hate to be a passion.
But yeah, sort of that's what, you know, one of the many reasons why I don't like Forest. Very, yeah.
And I'll never forgive Edison and especially Gibbs White for signing for him. The Gibbs White were in our team, they lost to Forest.
Huh? Yeah. He's got a grievance against Nottingham Forest, let's just say.
I've never forgiven him.
And two of their ex-players is signed for Forest, so yeah, I'm not happy.
Pressure, Chris,
yeah, I know. Yeah, Don't forget you're on blood thinners, dear. Don't sort of bust a blood vessel.
Maybe temperature's
Oh yeah,
It was all
Yeah.
a football-related question.
I was saying the doctor rang him back today as like a follow-up call. Yeah, our doctors actually do ring you with a follow-up call. Pardon me. So Chris says to her, he says, "Well, can you? Is my blood results all right?" So she says, "Hang on a minute, I'll have a look." And then it sort of in background, he heard her say, "Oh no!" And Chris says, "Oh, it's not that bad, is it? It's not bad news." And she went, "No, I've just logged myself out of that page." He went, "Phew, thank God for that."
Yeah, that's one way to panic someone.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no!
You're waiting at doctor looking for your blood results, and then all of a sudden she says, "Oh no!"
So,
Oh,
I'm
God,
sorry to tell you, Chris, you won't be having any more children.
Is it that bad? And she says, "No, I've just logged myself out at hospital page." So she says his blood pressure were fine, all his blood's come back all right. So yeah, just to keep taking these antibiotics till
his
he's
results were okay, Joel.
the blood results were all fine, Joel. Yeah, everything were all right.
Yeah, if they ever turned around to Mum and said, "Oh yeah, your blood pressure's fine and all that," she'd go, "You sure?
Chris,
You've got high blood
turn
pressure."
that telly off and put Peppa Pig on. You need to calm down.
But yeah, it was sweating there for a bit when she says, "Oh
Don't
no."
watch Peppa Pig to calm down. You realise that Peppa Pig's a little twat and he's the reason your kid's a little twat.
But the thing
Peppa
is,
Pig's right.
Johnny, with that Peppa Pig, it's not really true to life. Because how many pigs do you know that are side on and there's noses at side? Or the mouth?
Both eyes on one side, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of all off kilter, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I saw
You
a
just
TikTok.
see always
Yeah, stick
side
it in the
view.
A walking pork pie with emotional issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's unrealistic, really. But hey ho.
I said that to Haley's partner because he's Muslim, yeah. I said, look, can I just ask you a question about this bacon issue? In their religion, it's like pigs are like dirt or something. I don't know. The clusters, they're only allowed to eat pig if they're actually starving to death and there's nothing else available.
Oh.
And then they'd have to do a penance or something.
Oh!
I said, well, you do realise, right? You do realise this is a pork house. I will be having bacon, sausage, black pudding.
Well, you're in your
Whether
own
you're here or
home,
not.
Johnny. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is the thing, Steve. We start talking about something, then we sort of get sidetracked and talk about something else. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, not ghost in particular per se, but spirits and paranormal and stuff like that. But yeah, Chris is all right. I mean, this is another thing. This is another thing. This thing with this blood clot on Chris's leg, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, same as the doctor said, I'm glad I sent you to hospital when I did. Hi, Lee, how are you? It could have been worse. It could have been, a lot worse. And I think, I'm a believer that there's somebody watching over him. Particularly, I mean, probably his mum, you know what I mean? I'm a big believer that
Well, that's it again, look.
What's that, Forest fans?
Forest dog players.
Are they in the argy-bargy?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Toppers.
And that's his opinion of Forest.
The little kids.
It's the players this time.
Got through on penalties again.
Right, turn it off, Chris, and put Peter Rabbit on. Or if you're really bad, put Bing on. Bing on, numb your mind a bit.
But this is the thing. It's after the match. It's not during the match. It's all kicked off after the match.
You know what? I've been to 2 league matches now. No bother, no carrying on, no.
Tim says Man City's Arctic Cup as well.
Really?
Yeah.
But Southampton, them, who got through last night?
Arsenal.
Newcastle, I think.
I don't know.
Can't remember.
But yeah, it's all right. He's got a peeve against Forest, Tim.
Forest, oh!
Major style, yeah.
Oh, what a...
Yeah, chill your beans now. He's passionate about football, Johnny.
Oh, dearie, oh.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to call you Maxi, Chris.
You know that punch bag behind you, Johnny? Can Chris borrow it for a bit?
I can't because this is currently Jeanette. This is currently Rishi Sunak, so I can't.
No, yeah. Well, can Chris come over, borrow your boxing gloves, and imagine it's Forest?
Hey, Johnny,
I'm going to punch it until he changes his mind on strikes.
But yeah.
Feel free. I imagine it being loads of people. That's been
yeah,
Matt Hancock a couple of times. It's been Matt Hancock a couple of times.
He's got that many cutouts of different people to stick on it.
He's a block.
But
said he wants to negotiate with strikers by making strikes illegal. He's crackers. I jokingly said to my mum, he's got 2 choices: cave in or accept a slightly, better deal, or make strikes illegal. And I said that as a joke to me mum. Now he's trying to make. Thing is, though, even if he wanted to make strikes illegal, to get it through the courts would take 6 months. That's not going to sort out the strikes that are going on now. Oh, it was funny.
I know what we're going to ask. Does anybody know why that space mission failed other night? Yeah.
I think there's a mishap with the actual launching of it. What I can gather.
Because all we seen next morning were headlines were first British
the gaffer tape come off the wing and it
ended in failure, and I don't know why.
The gaffer tape's not strong enough.
But
they should have used box tape.
But no. I mean, this is what trades unions were invented for.
Oops.
To speak for the workers.
Part of Unstore, Union of Shop and Distributed are like, you need that sort of thing. You need a bit of backing. Because bigger companies, they'll treat the staff like it. This is
no word of a lie, Johnny. I mean, I'm going by.
Amazon are monitoring the staff, and if you're not doing it, picking it, you get 3 strikes and they'll sack you for not working.
But this is the thing. They're on about sort of making thousands of workers redundant. Yeah, I saw in headlines the other day, they're on about opening another warehouse in Nottingham. So how do you work that one out? Yeah, Amazon warehouse to open in Nottingham, creating like 4,000 summit jobs. And I'm thinking, well, they're talking about making shitload redundant, and now they're saying that they're opening another one, creating so many thousand jobs.
It's crossed the line a bit. I actually agreed with bloody Labour leader today, and I don't normally do that. He actually said, you asked us to stand on the door and clap for the NHS, and now you're trying to sack them for going on strike.
Oh, as well.
Even if they got a 19% pay rise, that would put it in level with what people in 2023 earn. They haven't had a pay rise, like an inflation pay rise, right, in about 5 years. So they're on less pay than a bin man gets more than a nurse.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
And it's Scott but nurses
going back to
secondary engines failed.
When should any NHS angel nurse?
Yeah,
They're angels, aren't they, Jeanette? The nurses are angels, aren't they? They don't do it 'cause it's a good job.
They deserve everything. I partners.
Well, he's crossed the line now, hasn't he? He'll get the whole country will turn on him. There's nearly 1 million people thinking click campaign thing for a general election. Quick one. Because they won't win
But
right now.
on the subject that we're on about other night, when Rishi Sunak wouldn't say yes or no that he used a private GP,
yeah, I want that.
yeah, it's bowed to pressure. He's bowed to pressure and said it's registered with a NHS GP, but he also uses a private GP. So that's neither here nor there, is it? You know, that's sort of not answering the question.
No, it can go boo for itself.
I hope. Yeah, I forgot to start exporting, didn't I?
It's all right. If you'd have come in 5 minutes sooner, partner, she would have been able to explain why this mission with Rocket failed. But yeah.
Oh, I found out what it was. Yeah. Well, you know, the Cosmic Girl was a plane that has a launcher one strapped to it. Well, launcher one successfully deployed. But the second stage, it's a 2-stage rocket is launcher one. But the second stage didn't ignite, so the payload never got to orbit.
Oh, thought you were going to say engine fell off at plane.
That'd be a good trick. Whee!
If
it's going to fall off,
that's something
to my shed, I'll claim some money back.
Landed him some poor bugger's back garden.
Yeah, probably mine. No, my luck.
That's why they call it Virgin Orbit, because they've never done it before. Well, not from UK anyway, but first launch from UK. Being virgins have not done it before.
I was going to say, you know,
Virgin on a ridiculous.
They got all these open aspirations, and it's all gone down boob tube. Strap a rocket on. Does it mean Rishi Sunak? But yeah, I saw headlines, you know, but it was sort of just like vague headlines, you know, first blah blah blah, ended in failure, and that were it. So I sort of didn't see why it had failed, or
it wasn't a complete failure. It just didn't achieve its final objective.
But never mind. Richard Branson's got plenty of money, you know. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again, Richard.
Oh, not it's not the first time. You only tried to cross the Atlantic.
Oh yeah, that balloon thing.
Not boat. In boat. I tried to claim Blue Ribbon title.
Oh.
Actually, I think same with balloon as well.
It's all a lot hot here, if you ask me. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So you've missed the interesting part with talking paranormal, and we had an happening this morning.
Was it Duncan the Gay Ghost?
I don't know who it were, but anyway, what it were, partners. We'll watch it telly, and we'll put Sky News on. Now there was this woman interview. I think it were an MP or something. But over that you could hear this voice talking over. So Chris turned the TV off, you know, to turn it off and back on again, and open it and rectify it. And even when he turned the television on, that voice was still coming through television. So it's something we can't explain. Pardon me.
All Sally's up spout.
I haven't had it all that long.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think telly's up spark.
It wasn't the ghost of Dedicate Cora, was it?
Say that again, partners.
It's not the ghost of Dedicate Cora, is it?
I hope friggin' not.
Oh, Pete, I bet you believe in flat Earth bullshit as well.
It is flat. What are you on about?
What's on about?
Yeah, nearly fell off the Earth once. Walked a bit too far.
What about the moon? What about moon?
That what Pete's just said. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Well, put it this way, Joel, we managed to get the voice off, but we haven't had TV on since.
Weird. Right, where do I get to?
What is Van Allen belt anyway?
It's radiation belts that surround the Earth.
Oh.
Whoopsies.
It's all right. Pete says, I don't believe any space shot has got beyond low Earth orbit. 2 reasons, the Van Allen belt and the stress on metal. That goes above me, Pete, yeah.
What about all these probes have gone to outer planets and beyond?
I can only just get there around a
Pioneer 10, Pioneer 11, Voyager 1, Voyager 2 on.
Ain't got a clue.
He's just talking bullshit. Bollocks, if you ask me.
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's this here and now, that's it sort of thing. It's ain't got a clue. Never even heard of Van Allen belt, wherever it is.
Yeah, the radiation belts that surround the Earth.
But
conspiracy people, these conspiracy bullshitters think,
yeah. And talking of paranormal, this it's on Prime, I think, and it's a new thing. It's called The Rig, and it's a bit. Can you remember way back that film, The Fog?
Well, you ever heard of it? I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of. Hey, Johnny's gone. It's loosely based sort of on that sort of perspective, and it's the workers on an oil rig.
Well, I am
getting ready to go back to mainland, when all of a sudden this eerie fog descends over this rig, and they all start going a bit loopy-loo. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like loosely based on that kind of thing. No idea, Amjad. So yeah, if anybody's got like Prime TV, that's one to watch it. Chris says he's going to watch it because he's into that sort of thing. You know what I mean? That Rig.
Oh yeah, I still haven't watched that. In fact, I'm going to watch that in a minute.
Yep, it's called The Rig.
Oh, okie dokie then, Johnny.
Original. I'll drop a Wikipedia link to it.
But yeah, it's called The Rig, and it's
only available to Amazon Prime.
According to this link that it's linked, Partners put link in. Partners put the link in. So yeah, it's sort of loosely sort of based on that kind of thing, but it's based on an oil rig. So, but it's only available on Prime TV.
It's on Prime Video.
So yeah, it's that kind of thing that Chris is interested in, if you know what I mean.
I can drop an Amazon link to it. Obviously, you can't watch it.
It's got half of the line of cast in it. Yeah, it's got. I think it's. I don't know whether it's sort of based on a rig in sort of Scotland that way. I think. I don't know. I've only thought to see trailer for it, and I said to Chris, I says, I've seen something that you might be interested in, and he keeps saying he's gonna. But yeah, I mean, if you've got. Oh yeah, I knew it was sort of up there somewhere, Richard. You know what I mean? Like based in sort of. But this is the thing, Pete. It's different people believe in different things. You know what I mean? And I don't sort of I won't ever belittle anybody that believes in something different. I mean, I ain't got a clue about that sort of thing, so it's not my place to comment on it. So, yeah.
No engineer.
Thank you.
You'll take the last happy pill.
Oh. It just is air extra.
Yeah. That's a bonus.
Still ain't got it.
No, not you, you went for it.
I'll tell you, we're on front row when I were cutting them flapjacks up, and it weren't Chris or Callum. Well, that's it.
Oh, Pete, that's clearly fiction.
Yeah, Chris is
from Die Hard. That's the scene from Die Hard, Pete. It's a piece of fiction.
What, the rig?
No, Pete's saying I saw Bruce Willis jump off the Nakomi Tower with fire around his face. Doesn't mean he actually did it.
There's a word for that. It's called acting in a film.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet it didn't. It weren't actually Bruce Willis that did it. About robot.
Ah, be a stunt double, yeah, most likely.
But all right, we're coming off that subject now.
Well,
yeah, move on from that.
I won't be surprised if he believes in flat Earth. Oh, I've never heard of it so ridiculous.
But
it's like these people, they have a point of view, and nothing is going to persuade them to change their mind. Even in the face of overwhelming evidence.
Richard says it were Bruce Forsyth. What the body double? But
wasn't you Sir Bruce? I'm sure he got knighthood.
Yeah, he was Bruce.
Yeah, I remember he got knighthood. Oh, Bronson got knighthood, didn't he? For his services to virginity.
John Ladd says it says it's true, Pete. It's like if you've got milk in the fridge, it don't mean you have a cow in the house.
On the subject of Bruce Forsyth, we actually have a higher and lower game that we do for fundraising.
And this is what I'm saying. A bit of
yeah, you're right, Pete.
Yeah, everybody, and this is what I keep saying over and over again. Each individual is entitled to their own opinion, but it don't mean to say that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Partners has sort of made his opinion abundantly
clear. I have, yes.
But yeah, but it don't mean to say that he's having a go at you. It's just the fact that, yeah, we've all got different opinions. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what Voltaire once said? Well, it was attributed to him. It's probably a misquote. I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it.
Did you hear me just say to Chris what you pulled off now? He says, I've just pulled my knob off.
Oh dear.
It's pouring, you know the stovetop thing that I used last night, his camping stove. It's pouring it away. It's got these slidey things that like lock it.
I fixed my knob.
Yeah, he's fixed his knob.
I don't want to know about that. I don't care what you get up to.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Joel. She says personal preference, different opinion.
Oh, yes,
each wants freedom, and I truly agree with that.
Hello.
Oh yeah, he's come back from his knob falling off.
Go back to playing me a knob.
Just to prove he's all right after his knob fell off. Oh dear me. Well, there's only Chris that can pull his knob off. That's all I'm saying. I'll leave that one there. Oh dear me. Hey, I'll tell you something. Since you've been taking them tablets, you ain't half slept well. So, what do you say? I don't know. Yeah, because you ain't land as ours are.
I just said I am.
Oh, I thought he says, I don't know. Exactly, Johnny. And this is what I've always said to Johnny. Yeah, you know, Johnny has his opinions, but it will never affect his friendship. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. I don't think any different of Pete.
But
despite his views.
John Ladd says, Chris, I thought you do
next time you do have my respect. You know, thank you for all your service and all that.
Well, that's it. Richard says, what has always baffled me is from satellite images, you can see street lamps, marks, landmarks and clouds, but not a single plane. And there's thousands of them buzzing about. Good point there, Richard.
People don't fly in planes next. That's what we're next. Your planes can't fly.
You've seen these cartoons, Amjad, where there's like Zeds coming. That's what we refer to as landers or Zeds.
Why do I keep doing typos there? Just going through some paperwork and realise I'm not leading. Put typos here, there, everywhere.
Yeah, and John says if you don't like my opinions, tough titty. But yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That what partners per in Amjad. That's what we call landazars are. Hi Jamie, how are you?
But, opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one.
Got one. Oh dear.
Hi Jamie.
It's not.
What's obfuscation? I've never even heard of that word.
Oh, it's confusing us with jargon.
So, but it's like everything, Richard. He says, I'm not a flat earther, but the plain thing needs to be explained to me. You know what I mean? If I find something puzzling, I need that question answering. You know what I mean?
Google.
You know, in particular. That were a little bit of a reference, partners. Did you catch that?
Catch what?
When I says, if there's something amiss, I need explanations, and I went, in particular.
Oh
yeah.
Why did you say that in first place, Pete? Confusing with these fancy words.
Obfuscation is actually when they try to confuse you instead of answering your questions.
Well, that's what politicians do.
They've probably edited planes out on it, Richard. That could be an explanation.
They do like to edit things. Google does.
Yeah, but when you're photographing the entire surface of the planet, what's the chance of catching a plane in flight?
The thing is, with Google Maps, it takes a while for them to take the photo, so it would just be a blur anyway.
But this is the thing. I mean,
I think it's 360 camera.
Chris has come across it several times. He sends drone up, and out of nowhere, there's a bird comes or
there's a plane. I don't know. It's suicidal.
You know what I mean? And Chris says, Chris's explanation was that they think it's a bird and it's in their airspace. You know what I mean?
Territorial.
Yeah.
Is it like birds of prey? You're like hawks and kestrels.
But no, they tend to be pigeons and but it's same sort of thing. There's this strange. I mean, I don't know whether Richard's had it before when you've had drone up out of nowhere, a flock of birds come flying.
Oh yeah. That's just one thing that baffles me. When it shows the live imagery from Spain and from space, not Spain, space, you can see the street lamps. It can pick a damn street lamp up, but it can't see a blooming jumbo jet. I don't know. I don't get it. It's always baffled me. Is that I'm not a flat earther.
When they're flying at how fast is it unless you've got a camera with a very fast shutter speed, you're not going to be able to catch it.
Yeah, but it catches the Earth traveling at over 20,000 miles an hour spinning. How does it do that then?
Your nose bro says on average there's between 10k and 20k planes in the sky at one time, commercially, military, and so on.
And
if they're at cruising speed, you're not going to be able to pick them up.
No, but just one, just by a fluke, just one. But there's never a single one. That's what I'm saying.
Plus, you've got to also factor into it.
Bothered about it
there's like helicopters as well. There's helicopters flying about.
Makes me saying, why don't you see drones flying?
Nobody can, and that's just it. If you can see people's drone footage, and you can spot another drone miles away, like a dot, and you can see it.
Yeah.
But yet, from outer space, just 3 or 4 miles up, we can see street lamps, landmarks, rivers, sea, but not one single plane ever shows up.
The rig.
Partners has put. It's called The Rig.
The Rig.
It's not on Netflix. It's on Prime.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Do you know?
Because I dropped a Wikipedia link and an Amazon link.
It's just one of them things.
It's all right. Your nose bro says planes are on Google Earth, but they'll
anyone got anything better to actually think about why?
Yeah, but if it's just something you don't agree with, it's not good saying it's so. I just want somebody to explain to me why you can't see planes.
Well, I can't explain it. I'm not going to try.
It baffles me.
But
I'm not a flat earther. I know that it's round. I'm not.
Why do you need to know what purpose would it serve?
No, it doesn't serve anything.
It just appeases Richard's observation.
I just think you can think something better to.
Yeah, but if it was something that you wanted to know, would it be then bullshit? You know what I mean? It's just something that nobody ever explains. Why they don't show up. You can't say they're too fast because the Earth's spinning.
I mean, this is what I've observed through Google Earth. They can pick up a gnats on somebody's arse.
Correct.
You know what I mean? There's not much gets past Google Earth.
I mean, it's not really Google Earth, I think, but when you see these space images, you know what I mean? That's just pathetic. That it's turned this thing off. That's just like saying, "Well, if I don't want to talk about it, I'm going." It's ridiculous.
I can't sort of. I know that. Yeah, you need answers. And it's a bit same with me. If there was something niggling at me, I'd want to know why.
Well, it doesn't niggle me. It's just one of them things that's always baffled me.
But yeah, we'll go on to something else because I don't want anybody to fall out. You know what I mean?
Falling out.
Well, I mean,
like
on several topics tonight. Heatwaves.
Yeah, that's correct. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I wouldn't go switching myself off because I didn't like what you were saying.
It's not. Yeah, we'll talk about something different.
I'll be honest. I'm not bothered. I don't care about it.
So
again, that's just my humble opinion.
Right. This is another observation. If you were to throw a cat out of a window, why does it always land on its feet?
It's like butter on toast.
Yeah, exactly the same. It's like toast.
Don't they orientate themselves? They must do. They must be able to sort of.
Saying that, I had a cat which landed on his chin. He wasn't very good, was he?
but in majority of cases, if you were to, let's say a cat jumps off a roof, why does it always land on its feet and not on its horse?
It must be like a kind of orientation thing, yeah.
Must be able to orientate themselves.
You know what I mean? Well, what do you say about toast then? Why does that always,
I think that's
Well,
a density thing.
Simple explanation. It's to do with if butter, butter weighs it down, so it'll.
Yeah, but
You know
surely
what I
it would
mean?
land upside down
We
then.
could sort of go on to this subject on and on. Why does a cat always land on its feet? Why does a slice of toast land butter side up? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't always land butter
Because
side
the
up.
butter will weigh the toast down.
You know, Rose answered question. He says, tie a buttered slice of toast on a cat's bite and throw it out window.
Infinity spinning.
No. Oh God, you know.
I won't do that, Charles Tucker.
Through, not through.
But maybe.
I don't think a slice of toast does always land.
Make a slice of toast, strap it to Tucker's back, and then throw him out our bedroom window. We're trying to prove a point here. Yeah, but no, I won't do that to Tucker. But it's like these sort of things that you can't explain it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And there's sort of many. You'll never get an explanation.
Google it. It says
listen up.
On the feet.
Listen very carefully. Asher says this only once. This is from Wikipedia. It says that during a fall from a high place, a cat reflexively twists its body and rights itself to land on its feet using its acute sense of balance and flexibility. This reflex is known as the cat righting reflex.
Well, how come I ain't got it then?
Because you are Homo sapiens sapiens and you're not Felis catus.
Oh, well.
If you just type it into Google, the first column says, this is the most common myth about cats, and it's a dangerous myth to believe. Cats are graceful, but just like any other creature, they can suffer injuries in falls. Fall from low heights can also be hazardous, and there is not enough time for the cat to right itself before landing.
But here's another good one. Pete says he threw his boomerang away 12 times today. I gave up. What is it in the ergonomics of a boomerang that makes it come back to you?
I think it's a skill. I think it's the skill of the person.
Ask Australian.
But a banana, same shape, but you throw that and it don't come back to you.
Must be something to do with aerodynamics.
But, yeah, I mean, a boomerang, it's made of wood, light wood at this, but a banana, same shape, but if you threw that, I
don't think a banana and a boomerang are the same shape.
Well, similar.
Where's my boomerang gone?
And I ain't got no bananas. I haven't got no bananas.
It's like saying a paper plane and Concorde are the same.
But yeah.
I'm glad to see you've replaced my silly subject with something dead serious.
Try to make it let's
not talk about something real. Let's talk about flipping bread to see which side it lands on.
You thought I was joking?
My attitude's getting blown.
Yeah, Scott's just going to demonstrate why a boomerang comes back.
I can't throw a boomerang. It hit me in the face.
You've got all that grass back here.
Hey, Pete says, forget a boomerang, just get a stick and a dog. Our biscuit won't fetch a stick, so that one's out at Winder and all, Pete.
That backfired.
We bought him all sorts of toys before we had him. He just looks at them and and not a very playful person. And he don't like water. I mean, who's heard of a dog that don't like going in, having the swim and going in water? Yeah, not even entertaining it.
Rain.
And Chris went to walk on beach when we were away, and as soon as the sea coming towards him, that ripped. I'm off. So yeah, he's got an affliction with water. I don't know what it is, but yeah. But Biscuit is not like how can I say, not like a normal dog. He don't play with toys. So, But we put it down to probably his environment they were in before we had him.
Yeah,
And,
well, yeah,
you know,
definitely.
they didn't sort of engage with him, let's just say. And, you know, toys, sticks, whatever.
Well, something involving the brush as well.
Oh, yeah, with brush.
You should actually condition him, you know, sort of, you know, just have the brush next to him. So he associates it with not being.
Well, that's it. Same as I said to Chris, you know.
It should sit down with brush in one hand and petting.
It's not as if that brush is not going to come out, or Chris is purposely not going to get that brush out because he's scared of it. And I said to him, I said, well, he's got to get used to it. And, you know, you just reassure him that, you know, I'm not going to eat your wheat biscuit. I didn't know humans exist for 3 million years without health and safety. Common sense.
Yeah, which there seems to be a lack of nowadays.
I was just going to say, common sense is a flower that don't grow in everybody's garden.
I'm finding out stuff the hard way.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, this has got no interest at all in toys, nothing. But he's the sort of exception as dogs go. You know what I mean? We bought him all sorts like that. It's like a ball on end of a rope, pulley toys, squeaky toys, balls, and you throw a ball for him and he'll just go. Yeah, and what you expect me to do with it? Yeah, it very strange. He is.
Yeah.
And only same as I said to Chris, only explanation is never been interacted all that much, like human interaction, you know, playtime, that sort of thing, you know what I mean? And it's just become a way of life for him. So yeah, and yeah, I know not all dogs like water, but you know, there's not many that don't like a good swim in water or whatever. But like, you know, summer we've just had, Chris says, oh, should we get him one of these like toddler pools?
Oh, I've got a pool for my dog. She never sat in the damn thing.
I was going to say, Chris says, well, is there any point really? He'd look and say, hey, up, it's got water in it. I ain't going in there.
I was anticipating my dog would drink out of it, but didn't.
I think previous owner might have sort of bathed him against his will for, you know.
You don't, same as I say, it's a two-man job when we bath in partners.
Oh, there you go.
Not, yeah, you have to make sure doors shut and one gets to get one end and one has to get other. Oh. And then he still tries to jump out at bath. But in them circumstances, is you know, there is certain circumstances where he's got to have a bath. Is it raining here?
Chucking it down.
Yeah,
here.
Chris has just said it's chucking it down.
It was.
Right.
Absolutely hammering it down here. I'm surprised you can't hear it coming on my mic because it's tattering on my windows.
Hi, Tracy. How are you? How's Kina as she settled back down?
Whoops.
Yeah, it's but it's, I mean, it's same as I said to Chris. You can't undo what I'd done to him in the previous life because when he come to us, he was 7. So I don't think he's had the TLC, the interaction, etc.
Yeah, it's probably that deeply ingrained into him.
Yeah. And same as you said, the reaction to the brush, she's probably whacked him on the nose with brush or something daft like that, you know what I mean? But I mean, you don't have the same reaction to a little, you know, with the brushes you get with dustpan. It's only like the tall brushes. I don't watch TikTok, John lad. So has anyone seen those kids' toys where you speak into it and it repeats what you say? It's all over.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Raphael's got one of them. Some of you know Raphael, won't you?
I don't go on TikTok, to be honest with you. Chris is on.
I used to have a flower that did that. A flower in a pot.
Yeah, it basically remixes it into a song. And people are doing quite inappropriate things.
Whatever you said, it repeats it back.
You know, bro. Yeah, I've seen that. It's a cactus.
Yeah,
they have, Tracy. Only criticism and Callum's where they weren't enough.
Oh, he's a guy. What do you expect?
Yeah, no. Some as I say, I can't say that I have come across it. I don't sort of watch TikTok. I don't have TikTok, so
no, I don't do TikTok.
Keena's got one that's. Oh, she says Keena's got a few toys that copy your voice.
I can think of something that rhymes with TikTok,
but yeah, I'm with you on that one, Tim. I think it's stupid, actually, TikTok, but hey ho.
Well, that's what YouTube used to be like.
You know, people.
So yeah, you know the stuff I used to upload.
You know, it's like people making a good fool with themselves just for a TikTok video. You know what I mean? It's not. You know, say this there again. You know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I don't disagree with them that.
Yeah, clearly, there's an audience for it.
But yeah, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. I've seen some videos because Chris sends me odd stupid one. You know what I mean? But yeah,
didn't Johnny get 10,000 followers on TikTok before he
packed it in? Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. Yeah. This is going back to opinions again. I just think it's stupid. So, but there's all sort of stupid morons on it. You know what I mean? But I'm not calling people that's actually on TikTok morons. I'm just saying some of the things that they do.
Yeah, some of the stuff is ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
The one thing I don't like about it's owned by Chinese.
And this is the thing, you've got people like on skateboards doing stunts and going wrong on purpose just so they can record it for TikTok. Oh, Johnny says he's back on TikTok.
We used to have that. It was called, what was it called? You Being Framed.
Oh, yeah. What was that one we is it Beagle's about? He was just
Jeremy Beagle, the late Jeremy Beagle.
Yeah, jump out at people and saying, you know.
When you look back at some of them old shows, they were dire.
I know.
They were dire.
That was golden era of television.
They set up these stupid stunts and then he'd jump out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, you're on Beagle's about. I'd have knocked him for 6 if that had been me.
I think you're right.
I think
they run the course pretty quick because there's so many times you can make people jump and fool people.
Well, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Chucking it down, Bob.
I remember
one woman on TikTok who just popped up lips and had something ridiculous tax. Parts, just pouts. Yeah.
Your wallet.
This is what I'm saying, Pete. There's a lot of morons on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever.
They say them everywhere, though. I mean,
yeah, but you don't post stupid things. You post your own videos.
You know, it's the same on every platform. There's idiots on all lots of them. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
Bro
real.
says it was like Candid Camera. It were.
Yeah.
Trigger Happy TV. That's one that passed me by, actually. Never saw that.
But the thing with You've Been Framed is, after a bit, you've got to send your videos to them, not sort of actually what videos they've actually taken.
Yeah.
It sort of went on to, you know, send us,
Have a viewer submissions, yeah.
you know, what were it? 250, 350, I don't know.
250 quid.
Yeah, just that, you know, if your video got picked to be shown, you got 250 quid.
I had one clip I should have sent in. It was I think it was like a school nativity play, and one of the kids tripped up.
But that's the sort of thing that, you know, a lot of people, you know, and then there's this odd child, you know, there's all these angelic children in a row singing, and then there's this one that's going. You know what I mean?
And you've
Mum
always
and Dad could have really
got the wedding where somebody
a good
goes
one.
dances on a table, and I just think, why would you want
Makers.
to dancing on a table when you
Nativity.
They do it.
I had a
And
nativity where I had a speaking line, which I never really had any speaking
You
lines
know.
prior to that, and I forgot my lines. I can remember my lines for life for me, and there was a friend who was also a fellow wise man. He was telling me my line, and I just turned around and went, "Don't!" Yeah, I made everybody laugh.
Yeah, John Ladd says there's a TikTok video. This woman's got lip implants, and a guy said, "Why did she put a baboon's arse on her face?"
What's that expression? What are you going to do for a face when King Kong wants his ass back?
Yeah. But yeah, it's as I always say, it's all down to vanity. You know what I mean? If how can I put it? Let's say, for instance, that I had a daughter, and she come to me and she says, "I want boob implants, I want lip implants, you know, I want arse implants." I say, "Well, what's wrong with the way you are naturally?" You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. You know, as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know, so long as you've got somebody on your side that thinks you're beautiful, that thinks, you know, they won't change a thing about you. That's good enough for me. You know what I mean? I mean, only vain thing I do is colour my hair. Mind you, that's way past getting done. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That's the only thing that I do. I don't wear makeup. Yeah, I wore lippy on New Year's Eve, but that's sort of where I draw the line. You know, I could put a bit of lippy on, but that's not altering the way I look. You know what I mean? You either grow old gracefully or disgracefully.
What was it? Bob Monkhouse once said, "Growing old is compulsory. Growing up is optional."
But yeah, well, this is exactly my point. Pete says, "Imagine when everything starts to sag." You know what I mean? You can't see any rhyming reason why. I mean, a lot of this stuff that they inject into you is shit, without a doubt.
Botox,
so why do it? Like Botox, you know, you're injecting crap into your body.
And some of these implants were dangerous, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they were exploding and all sorts. A particular manufacturer of some of the implants.
Yeah.
But you imagine this is the thing. They cut you under your boobs. They lift a flap up. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm being graphic, but that's what they do.
Oh, no.
This is what they do. You know why women, you thought I was going to get my tit out then, didn't you? Hi, James. So, yeah, what they do is under your boobs, you've got like a line. Men don't tend to have them unless they've got, a pair of knockers. You know what I mean? But that's what they do. They do an incision on that line, lift a flap of skin up, and stuff this implant, and then sew it back down again.
Well, these days it's like keel surgery.
Not on your Nelly, I'm afraid.
Do a small slit and like keel surgery.
Said hello, James. But yeah, that is the fight. That is what they do. And obviously, so it makes way for the implant, whatever size it may be. They get suction thing and they go, from inside your boobs.
I must admit, I don't like false ones. Not that I never have any, but I don't like seeing them on other people. You know what I mean? I think they're bloody awful.
It depends what size, how big they go. And you have to go about 3 cup sizes up. They look like big porn stars.
Yeah, I think they've got to.
Yeah, if they're going up a cup size or 2, it probably looks a bit more natural.
But I mean, in necessary circumstances, e.g., having a mastectomy or a double mastectomy, to a woman, her boobs are important. You know what I mean? It's like a man having his balls chopped off. It's taking part of his masculinity away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's only the same with a woman when they have to have a mastectomy for whatever reason. It's taking their femininity away from them. Sorry, I've got an itch in my eye. My tit just hit me in the eye. But yeah, you know what I mean? I wholeheartedly agree with, under them circumstances, but they don't go all Katie Price, you know what I mean? They are perfectly
Well, so if you're not going too big at once.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
It's a bit more natural.
To make them look more feminine. And I mean, you imagine a woman that's had both her breasts off or just even one. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's I wholeheartedly, if it's for vanity, no, I don't agree with it. But in certain circumstances, e.g., cancer and having a mastectomy and whatever, I do.
I know somebody who has Botox and their face doesn't move. They talk to. Oh, that was funny. Yeah. It's like remember that ventriloquist dummy called Lord Charles. It's like that. Nothing moves right.
But the thing is, as well, Richard. They do inject Botox in your arms, like when you sweat profusely. And it's not just women, it's men as well. When they sweat profusely, they do inject, or they can inject Botox. So I don't know why, don't ask me how it works. But yeah, it's not just to gear a trap part or, they do sometimes, in certain circumstances, inject Botox under your armpits. But, Biscuit! Nibbling. Anyway, so yeah. But I mean, it's like that. I mean, under your arms, you know what I mean? You're not going to get a trap part in your armpit, are you?
Yeah.
So, but I don't know the science around it. I don't know. Don't ask me. You know, all I know is in certain circumstances, if you sweat profusely, and I mean profusely, they will consider injecting Botox underneath in your armpits. So, if you know, if you Google it, I don't know why they do it, but anyway, and how it stops it. So I don't know the science behind it, but I just know that yeah, you can have these injections in your armpit. And as for these bum implants, God, don't get me started on that.
So they say, does my bum look big in?
My arse is big enough as it is. No mind ain't implants in it. So,
Mine's too. Right.
but yeah.
My wife used to say that to me. She used to say, "I've had to see a boob job." I used to say, "Just wipe toilet paper on them."
Okie dokie then, Amjad. See you later. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's no worries, Amjad. See you later. But yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, and all this started where it won it bloody Kardashians or something.
Kardashians? That's a
no,
that's an alien race on Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Well, hadn't you heard of Kim Kardashian? Anyway,
Kardashian.
Kardashian.
Not Kardashian.
It's just a weird family from America, isn't it?
You know what I mean? She was the one that basically started all this with bum implants and whatever.
I just don't even get what they've ever done apart from make money by doing nothing. So I think it's weird.
But this is it. Can you imagine trying to get through airport, like one of these, you know how they scan your thing? Oh, sorry, my arse is too big. I can't fit in it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'll be hilarious.
You know what I mean? Because it's like Peter Price with boob jobs. She's had more boob jobs than, you know, I've had hot dinners. And they saying they just keep pumping her with different stuff to make her arse look bigger.
Jam.
You know, you know, while they think it might look nice, it does have its downfalls. Oh yeah, that was one that went wrong, weren't it, Leslie Ash?
That's right. Yeah, she did.
She that did go horribly, and this is what I'm saying. What price do you put on vanity when it affects you like that?
There's loads of them that have made a mess of themselves and gone wrong. Loads of them. It's that.
Okay, then, Amjad. But yeah, you know what I mean. This is what I'm saying. You paying thousands of pounds for boob jobs, butt implants, whatever, and you know at what price? Love you too, Amjad. Bye. But yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, exactly, Tim.
Well, she's not.
It says don't get started on them. They're all stuck up. Yeah, that as well. But I mean, I don't. You know, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't follow Kardashian. All I know is that when she come on the scene and she were it Kanye West, whatever his name were, when she were married to him, her arse started getting bigger and bigger.
So
you know what I mean?
Weight on.
No, you could tell she'd had implants in her arse. I mean, it's like a boob job. I bet they just cut round your arse cheek, lift flap up and stuff it up there. You know what I mean?
It'd be cheaper to eat a load of Mackie D's.
It would.
Either that or
no, D's.
You know when they do these operations in this liposuction art, you know. To highest bidder who wants this stuffing up their arse, You know what I mean? John Lass says there were a guy had face implants to look like David Beckham. He doesn't even look like him. But this is it. Some of them have spent thousands and thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? And I mean thousands and thousands of pounds. And they've actually gone into debt to pay for it. Are you right, man? You know what I mean? Yeah, no. Oh, that guy spent 50k. Yeah, I could. Yeah, think of several different uses for 50k. Put it that way. And one on a mid-plastic surgery. You know, I've got saggy bits in certain places, but you know what I mean. I'd never. Yeah, no. And another thing is like these cheek implants and all.
Oh yeah. And
they're supposed to make your cheeks look plumper, or you know what I mean.
I mean, look at who is it? That singer Barry Manilow. It looks like somebody's put a vice on the back of his head.
What?
What are going to do is eat a few bag of chips. That'll still make your cheeks.
I mean, to be fair to him, he's doing well for his age because
it makes everything go plump.
He's gone a bit over the top with face pulling, like you know, Barry Manilow. He robbed Tell It the other week.
But he's got the money to pay for it, Richard, Auntie. You know what I mean? All sort of Joe Blogs.
But he looked all right for his age beforehand. You know, I mean, he must be getting close to 80 now, or 70 odd. I don't know how old he is, but he must be knocking on.
But you imagine, look at David Jason. This is another example. He's never had no done. He's never had any implants or God knows what else. And he's still looking good for his age.
He must be in his 80s.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying.
I ain't going to get no posters of David Jason on our bedroom.
82.
No, thank you.
Who's that?
But what I'm saying is, there's a difference if you put somebody outside of Barry Manilow that is the exact same age.
Who's 82?
David Jason.
David Jason.
Is that David Jason?
Sir David Jason, then. Ooh.
How old's Barry Manilow?
He's got no BE as well.
I wrote Barry Manilow.
David. I got to get it right. So David John White OBE. There you go. That's his real name.
Yeah.
I bet Manilow must be in his 80s, I would think.
But yeah, it's like, you know, you put David Jason outside of Barry Manilow. Which one?
9-year-old.
You tell me, in all honesty, which would you pick? I'd pick David Jason over Barry Manilow anytime because one looks his age and other one's trying not to look his age.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear about Barry Manilow who walked into a wall with a hard on? He still broke his nose.
But this is what I'm saying is, yeah, my only bit of vanity is colouring my hair because I don't think grey suits me. But that's the only sort of one thing that I do. I colour my hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe. I mean, Joel's another thing is Michael Jackson. He spoilt himself with all stuff he had done.
God only knows what he had done. I mean, to change colour.
Well, this is it. He wanted to be white. He didn't want to be black. There's no shame in being a black person.
He was not right in the head. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean?
He had a skin problem which well, that's what I say anyway. That resulted in spots.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's different creams. Like, look at Richard, for instance. I solved his dry skin problem. I'm not. I'm on his.
You have no flakes now. It still goes red after I've had a shower, you know, but it's you have no flakes falling off.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is like, I gave Richard advice. I and it's that zero base that Chris uses because
That's
I
zero
always
base,
nick it.
that's it.
I always nick a thing because I put it on my face. I don't use perfumed, you know, creams or anything. Don't smell nice, but you know, if it moisturizes, it's a.
Doesn't really have much of a smell to it, to be honest.
You know,
Really smell of anything. But my face just goes red when I've had a shower. I get the red patches, but they disappear. But before it were flaking, and since I've been using that zero base stuff, it stopped flaking. And I put it on every night before I go to bed.
But I also advised him not to use soap on his face. That were another piece of advice. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's called what I call industrial strength moisturizer because when Chris had cellulitis, that's what they gave him, and he puts it on morning and night time.
And like you said, they use it in hospital, don't they?
Well, yeah, that is what they used in hospital when he had that cellulitis.
That's always a good
and all
if they use it in hospital, it must be some half decent. They're not going to be using rubbish, are they?
I don't know where it is. Anyway, same as I say. And it's not all that expensive. I mean, Chris gets his on prescription. You know what I mean?
I mean, that big bottle will last a long time, I would imagine.
Yeah, because it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about 900 grams, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like that. I forgot how much it were. It were about a tenner, I think, something like that. Can't remember.
But yeah, you know what I mean? I think even if it's a tenner, it's still worth it, Richard, because same as you said, it lasts ages.
Oh, it'll last months and months, will that?
Yeah.
I use it every night and every morning.
But yeah, because it's the same, Richard. If he goes in shower, that's first thing he reaches for when he's been in shower, puts it. I mean, he don't just put it on his legs, you know. He slaps it because he's got a problem with his arse. No, what it is when in summer he gets like a sweat rash on his arse, and he's a bugger. He scratches and scratches and scratches at it till it's raw. But yeah, he puts that on his arse and all.
Right at the top of the crack of your arse. I know the one.
He also had it sort of from his bum cheek down his leg as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to doctors with it, and she gave him like a.
Problem is, you get that sweat rash on top of your ass, and you scratch it in your sleep, and you don't know you're doing it.
Chris does, honestly, Richard. His arse and his nuts, he scratches in his sleep. But yeah, he uses it everywhere. In his groin, on his arse, and
that's what it's there for. You just slop it everywhere. You know,
I mean, this is the thing. You only need a little bit on end of your finger.
Yeah,
a little bit on end of your finger, and I can do my whole face with it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. No doubt about it.
But yeah, so if you've got any kind of skin problem, you don't have to, you don't have to reveal what the skin problem is. It's called zero base. Richard and myself marks for it. Yeah, I use it because I do get a lot of dry skin on my face. Like Richard, I don't use soap, but yeah.
I'll tell you something else.
I've got a 24-year-old. If I remember.
Oh yeah, did you hear that? Chris says I've got about 5 bottles over there. He says I can sell you one for 20 quid.
But I'll tell you something that does happen.
Update. Chris has got about 8 zero-base creams.
I'll tell you something though that does happen. If I shave my hair off, with machine, because sometimes I shave it all off, I get sick of it. It goes.
Yeah.
So what's that?
Hello, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Hello, Tommy, lad.
That's the one.
Yeah.
But if I shave
Dad used to have that.
It disappears.
Yeah. He gets it on prescription, Scotty.
Yeah, but Dad used to.
And that was all. The only reason why he gets it on prescription is when he had cellulitis, he had blisters,
Well, I wonder
and they
if
just used to
something
slap
runs
that
out your
on,
hair.
Yeah.
and then put like these pads over the blisters, and then like what do you call it? That tubigauze things, like what they put over top of casts and things like that. Yeah.
Well,
But I wondered if it was something that was coming off my hair, because when I shave my head, it goes clears. When I shave my head.
Yeah, it could be. It could be the maker shampoo. I don't know. I can't explain. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just said to Richard, I said, get this zero base cream. Don't wash your face with don't wash your face with soap. I've not used soap on my face in God knows how long. Did I say hello, Tommy?
You did, yeah.
Hello to me. I think I already said hi, but hello again.
Ooh. He says, I've fed and watered Mrs. G. We had Malaysian veg curry, seaweed and prawn toast. The only thing that don't appetise me on that one, Gordo, is the crispy seaweed. It gets all in your teeth and everywhere. It gets stuck to your teeth.
I had seaweed soup once. I thought it was cabbage.
No.
Didn't taste too bad, to be fair.
But yeah, Joel, that's all I use on my face. I just use that zero base. I don't wash my face with soap. Yeah. And I'm 61 this year.
I think, I was just going to say that. I think the older you get, the more you have to do. Because when I was in my 40s, I was fine. And it's only now that I'm in my 50s that it all seems to be happening. It's like everything's cocking up at one do, you know what I mean? Like I'm going into meltdown.
But this is the thing, Richard. If you look after your skin, like I said to you, get some of that zero base.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might find if you keep using it day after day, don't stop using it. Yeah. Just keep using it day after day, and you might find that. Yeah, you said it don't happen in summer, but when next winter comes, if you're using it every day, you might not have a reoccurrence of it.
Yeah, it's weird. And if I go on holiday, especially if I go abroad, it's sun all the time. That clears it up.
Hiya, John. How are you? But yeah, you know what I mean? And I refer to it as industrial strength cream because that's what it is. It is good cream.
I think it's just age. I think it's something that happens when you get to a certain age.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? It's like this, Richard. When you get to a certain age, your skin's not as flexible as it used to be.
No. Because I'm 55 next time, and before, when I was in my 40s, I never had anybody like this.
Yeah, we ain't got as flexible friends anymore.
Nothing.
What?
We haven't got as flexible friends anymore.
Who are we talking about now?
Because he said his body's not as flexible.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? See you later, John, lad. Thanks for coming in. Lad. And have a good one. Take care. Yeah. Seaweed is one of those you either like it or you don't. I'm not a fan, Gordo, I must say. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's sort of, it's sort of one of these things. You either use creams or you don't. You know what I mean? But oh, did you do it while you were upstairs? Yeah. Thought you might have done it on camera.
Show me book after all. I'm sure they don't want to see that.
Yes, I've just lathered all my legs up with that cream.
Lathered all his what?
I thought you might have done it on camera. He said, "What, my butt cheeks?" No.
Has he been doing his ass?
Oh look. Hiya, Lee.
Hello, Jeanette.
Thank you.
Just thought I was in front of the bench anyway. I've just finished doing some recording.
I know it is helpful for you, Gordo.
Hello, everyone on panel.
That still don't get it sticking in your teeth and everything.
What's this watching?
But it's all right, we're talking seaweed here.
Oh, all seaweed is cabbage.
But it's dried seaweed. It's
some places it's not even dried seaweed, it's cabbage.
See, I don't mind Chinese, but the problem I have with Chinese is I don't know what I'm ordering. I see it. I don't know what the bloody hell it is.
You just take a pin and you take what look, do you, Richard?
It's potluck.
I look on lists and I haven't a clue what it is because I always try and get that beef in black sauce or whatever it's called.
Trimming.
Yeah.
It's that I just don't.
Oh God, partner.
What?
It's put the lobster blush because of the seaweed.
Oh God, partner.
But yeah, I mean, I've heard that it is good for you. It's just the I can have put this way out. Yeah, I'm picky what I put in my mouth. The seaweed being one of them.
I was going to say that could be considered.
Slow down.
Hello, you doing, bro?
He needs a beard trim.
I Callum.
But that's the thing, Gordo. He says it's very salty. And yeah, I don't do salty.
Yeah, not the only thing, apparently. Salty.
Yeah, I don't do salt in my mouth. Like, yeah, no, we don't do salt at all.
Yeah,
Oh God, he hasn't put it back in the locker and it's still at home.
And you took that back to it yet, Richard?
I can't be walking around the streets with this.
Nobody's gonna know.
I don't think it's illegal to be carrying one of them.
If he gets arrested, police might think he's carrying an offensive weapon.
I carry my phone and I can't do a live stream, and here we are walking.
What was the program called?
Creature Comforts.
Oh, don't start me laughing again, Richard.
Creature Comforts.
Oh,
So
dear.
getting them recommended on YouTube since you mentioned it. Google seems to know they talk about creature comforts.
I hate
that.
Tracy says one of what? Yeah, I don't know what. But yeah, that thing will beat death of me, Richard.
Yeah, Peter hit on the nail on the head there. It is. It's fried cabbage.
I'm going to take a photo and use it as an avatar.
Use it as a thumbnail for your next train video, Richard.
Yeah, the love buzz.
Yeah, Tommy's asking John what man moisturiser he uses.
It's a search problem. Can't get me cheese.
Oh, she says something that partner said. I don't know. I've been to bed since then. Well, not quite literally, but...
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't think even partners can remember what he said, Tracy. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
I've slept since then as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's... I like prawn crackers. I like them spring rolls. And I like chow mein.
Spring rolls, yeah.
Pardon me. But, and what they're called? Put them balls in batter. Chicken balls in batter. I forgot what they're called.
Sweet and sour mixed balls.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour. Sweet and sour.
But this is another sort of where me and Chris differ. I like to dip mine, but Chris has the sauce all over his balls.
That's what I do.
He likes to pour the sauce over his balls, but I like to dip my balls.
The whole
like sauce on his balls.
I do exactly the same.
You do like to lick it off?
What, dip them or pour it?
Oh, I just pour it straight on my balls. What I do is
We're on about your preference with balls. You put the sauce all over your balls, and I dip my balls.
Secret is for one ball.
And Richard says he pours it all over his balls as well.
What you've got to do is put one ball either side and a spring.
Oh, God.
Well, this is the thing. Chris, piles everything on play it, and we sort of, because he knows I like to dip mine, we sort of go halves, and his half he pours all over it everywhere, but I prefer to dip my balls in that sauce. Steve says it's a ball fest.
Yeah, it is, Steve.
Talk about innuendo.
But yeah.
Oh, Chris, just chuck it on.
But yeah. I mean, there again, that's another preference. You know what I mean? They do prawn balls, they do pork balls, they do chicken balls. We always have the chicken
That's it.
balls.
Some of you prefer dry balls, some prefer wet balls.
I didn't know chickens had balls.
It's all right, we're talking Chinese. Gordon says you like sticky balls then, Jeanette. Well, no, I just sort of give it a quick dip in and then put it in my mouth.
That sounds wrong.
All right, Callum's coming on conversation and he says, that sounds so wrong. You ought to hear this 5 minutes ago, Callum, before you come down.
Someone needs to do a video where they're not actually watching a live stream, just listening to it.
Oh, yeah.
See how long, the innuendo bingo.
I've heard of it, but yeah. Tracy says you can get mixed balls. I say, Tracy says you can get mixed balls.
Mixed balls?
Tom Pete says the prawn balls must come from bloody big prawns. What is that? I know, but the thing is, they do all sorts. You've not just got the,
ping pong balls. That'd make more sense.
Well, that'd be telling Gordo. How many balls can you fit in your mouth? Not a full one. I can only sort of fit half of one. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. They're too big to fit in my mouth, you see. I'm just being truthful here, Richard. Don't laugh.
Not laughing.
Well, you see the size of them balls.
I haven't seen him though, because he's only done his ass so far.
Oh, God.
Well, Steve
What have I walked it? What have I come up on?
1.5 in.
1.5.
I've come up on a funny panel.
Yeah, I don't know where it fits.
I mean, you got balls on your hat, Lee.
Well, we'll have to have a ball off and see who can fit.
Yeah, it's Chicago balls.
One there,
It still does balls.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Balls. It
does.
You know what I mean? Shall we have this competition, see who can fit most balls in the gob? I know why not, Wing.
Oh, dear.
We run about doing a record thing at work about how many Ferrero Rochers you can eat in a minute. Because there's a world record.
I wouldn't get any with Jackie.
It's
God,
not that many. It's only something like 7, something like that.
Oh! Pete says you tried prairie oysters in Canada, bulls bollocks, basically. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a good one, that, Steve.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know about you, Steve, but the ones that we've had are about that big.
You see,
Golf balls.
You lot in Yorkshire have got bigger balls than us in Lancashire, because I was like that big.
On my next thumbnail, I'll put us Yorkshire people have bigger balls than them in Lancashire.
I was more like the size of just a standard meatball. They're not as big as.
Oh no! Well, them that are Chinese have a massive.
We're more budgie balls.
Big daddy balls.
That's what I thought when you said you couldn't get a full in it, and I thought, my God, I was just getting small.
I mean, yeah, the ones here, the big, the massive.
Oh, my mouths are about the size of a
whole one in my mouth.
About the size of a ping pong hours, if not probably a little bit less.
Steve says his balls are smaller as well.
Yeah.
No, do you
But
know?
just to show you, you know what I mean? We're talking Chinese balls here. So it just goes to show you that what they sell in Sheffield are more like tennis balls.
And you'd expect Chinese, because they're only small people, to only have little balls.
Oh dear. Just talking about balls, you're making Ronnie jealous because he don't have any. Yeah, Biscuit same. Is that why you're looking at me, funny Biscuit?
Hey, do you know? I've actually I've hit 800 subs. I'm at 801.
Oh, I've got to.
I need to stay there now. I need to stay there for a couple of days before I do my giveaway. Friday, I'm going to get my mouse mat for the giveaway.
But I mean, all kudos to Pete. He says he's had some weird stuff, but if you're not afraid to try new stuff, but I'm a bit funny because
I'll try any food.
I can get a dodgy stomach, so I have to watch what I eat, and I get acid
Jackie's the same.
reflux. You know what I mean?
I can't eat anything where you can still see the face on it. If they bring a prawn out and it still looks like a prawn, I can't eat it. It's like
What's the big size prawns? They
king prawns.
King prawns.
Tiger prawns.
And
Yeah.
that's them. They give me a restaurant near here. They brought me dinner out and with this tiger prawn on top, and I said, "Whoa!" I said, "You've got to get rid of that fella off top of the."
That's not going to happen, you know. This hat is staying firmly on my head.
But this is the thing. I mean, how can I put it? Let's say you were to walk into a restaurant and you got to pick your own crab or your own lobster, and you know next time that you've seen that crab or lobster is to be on your plate. I couldn't do it.
As long as its eyes and its face and everything's not staring at me, I'm not bothered. But if it's looking up at you off plate, no.
Yeah, well, Gordo's just hit nail on head. He says if it looks nice, then it's more appetising. I totally agree. Tim's had a dodgy stomach all day. Oh dear.
Imagine going to like China where they have all this
Hello,
street
Tim.
food and stuff, crickets and bugs and stuff in frying pans.
Oh yeah, I've seen some like clips, and they have they're like flies on a skewer.
Oh God,
no. Ooh, no.
No.
Oh yeah, that's a
chance. They have
that
crickets.
does sound a
What?
A big wok.
A cocktail skewer?
No, we're talking about these great big kebab skewers, and they put like locusts on them, and
yeah, I've seen that
on the skewer.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
What about
guinea pig as well in Peru? Guinea pig's a delicacy, and they actually have
look at like that long.
outside the
He
restaurant.
said Koreans eat raw octopus while it's still no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I've seen that where they're eating fish and it's part still bumping off plates and they're putting it.
Gordo says he's had barbecue guinea pig.
Yeah, that's.
What about partners has put deep fried Mars bar? What about deep fried cream egg?
But yeah, we're talking like flies and locusts here, Lee, not Mars bars and.
No, it's what partners has put in now.
but yeah, you know what I mean. They eat the most weirdest things.
Are we eating a live mealworm?
But then they stick them on a skewer and put them out on display for everybody to look at.
What about
early tomorrow?
What about cages full of cats and stuff?
Oh no! I mean the sort of cats, dogs.
Yeah.
You know anything.
Alsatian curry.
And you can pick it. You can go to these places. I can actually pick the bloody cat that you want.
Oh no! I couldn't do that. I'd want to take them all home with me.
You know.
Yeah.
Well,
Gordo says he likes octopus, but he prefers his dead though.
A bloke from work, he went to somewhere at China. I don't know what exactly whereabouts it were, and his wife said in market, God, there's a lot of pet shops here. He didn't have the heart to tell her that they were for eating. Cages full of cats and stuff, and she said, "There's a lot of
Yeah,
cats."
I do remember
no,
that.
I couldn't
It
do
caused
that.
a lot of
I
issues.
couldn't do that.
But they look at what we eat as being
That
abnormal,
nomination.
you see. So it's one of them, isn't it?
Well, it goes both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gordo says, "Can you remember the neck nominate challenge that did the round, Scotland?"
I
can't
remember that. That was when I was in
Good
secondary
morning.
school.
See
funny
you
enough.
morning.
Oh, yeah. It caused a lot of problems because you have people doing really stupid
I bet
things.
if you were to eat a dog, it'd probably just taste like chicken. I wouldn't know, but I would expect it's.
But no, I you know, if that were me, Richard, and I were walking round a Japanese or Chinese marketplace and I seen these dogs and cats in cages, I'd want to bring them all home with me, not eat
Yeah.
them. Because
When I was a kid, I went over to France and I was seeing pigeons hanging, and Jackie's seen rabbits and all this
People eat
hanging
pigeons
from
in
the
this
old
country.
market that we've got not far from us.
pigeons ain't got much fat on them. I mean, can
There's
you
hardly any
imagine?
meat on it. There's hardly any meat on pigeons.
Can you imagine,
Pigeons in
like,
this
once they've
country.
been
Yeah, there's
defeathered,
nothing on them.
Yeah.
There's hardly
you know,
anything
it'd be
on
like eating a
pigeons.
canary.
I know.
Yeah, I used to
somebody
have
who makes
pigeons. I used to
squirrel
race them.
pies every single week. I've had them,
Yeah.
and it tastes really nice. They do.
I mean, I've had pheasant.
Yeah.
You know, I've had pheasant because my dad used to go pheasant shooting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just got to make sure with pigeon you don't get a town hall pigeon. You've got to make sure it's like a wood pigeon, a proper wood pigeon with collar. Like that one there, that's a common pigeon that partners.
Yeah, so
But you
that's a-
imagine-
Yeah, that's
a
they're
wood pigeon with a
decent
white collar.
pigeons.
Proper name.
You
proper name-
imagine eating a
I've eaten mealworms
pigeon,
and
but you don't know what it's got infected with.
Yeah,
and-
that's why you say you should eat
Yeah.
only wood pigeons. You shouldn't eat the ones that you see in town centres, the common ones. You should only eat wood pigeon because they live in woods and natural environments. They don't go in town centres and stuff. A lot
Yeah,
of those
Gordo
you
said
mentioned,
his was awful. He had to eat mealworms, locusts, crickets. It was more of a bush tucker challenge.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've done
no.
mealworms and crickets before. The cricket was not intentional at all.
I've had pigeon pie and squirrel pie loads of times, and if I hadn't been told, I'd have just thought it were a normal meat pie, but it tasted really good.
And what was that?
Bits of leg floating in it and everything.
Pigeon.
Pigeon and squirrel in the same pie.
Oh,
It tastes really good, and a lot of work. Andy, he makes them
Yeah,
all.
I know a couple of the UP. But you know, America, we've got the grey squirrels and the red squirrels here, but they've got black squirrels in America.
Gordo says it had bits of leg floating in it. Oh no!
Lovely.
You're not allowed
I'd
to
have
eat red squirrels.
Stuff your challenge.
Yeah,
your
no, but
Jacksie, I ain't thinking
they
that.
they've got red and black
Oh,
squirrels
what?
over in America.
Grey squirrels, you can shoot a grey squirrel anywhere in this country because they're classed as
Yeah,
vermin.
we-
They're over and
They haven't got grey ones
Not
in
a red
America.
one.
They've got
No.
They encourage you to kill grey squirrels because
Yeah.
You're
they're
not allowed to
pets.
keep them.
Hey,
you're
look.
not allowed to keep a good
Has anybody
squirrel
got a
as pet.
shotgun? Because we've got tons on them round here.
Yeah, we have.
Because
Yeah,
we're
I've got
surrounded with trees, you see. So you can pull up in car, and Chris says, "Oh, did you see that? The whole place going up trees and over people's
Oh,
fences." and all
we've got two in our garden that I watch go down the washing line. It literally does a balancing trick on the washing line.
It's classed as an invasive species.
That's it.
It's
Yeah.
because there's that many on them, isn't there,
Yeah.
Gordo? That they are. That's what they're classed as, an invasive species. Because they
Well,
breed like wildfire, like rabbits.
They pinch birds' eggs, and that's what the problem is. They go around nests.
But, I mean, it's like when Chris has gone to park to do a bit of droning. There's tons on them there and all, and the bins and everywhere.
Yeah.
They are literally in the bins.
Yeah.
Oh, crayfish. Is that sort of some relative to shrimp?
Yeah, it is, exactly.
Yeah, it's a
thing
bigger
to-
shrimp, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's,
Like a
it's
bigger
like, it
shrimp.
looks
Yeah.
like a miniature lobster, but usually black dye, you know.
But don't get me wrong. I mean, I like crab. But
Yeah.
if somebody brought one out to me in a shell and you got to sort of, disassemble it yourself, I'd say, no, thank you, take it away. I like it, yeah.
in a jar or something.
Yeah, when I ain't got to disassemble it myself. Red squirrels have been pushed out to wild Scotland. But it's like this as well. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but they're reintroducing bison now to certain areas of the UK.
Introducing what?
Bison.
Bison.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
And buffalo.
Yeah, that's going to take
You know
me
the
like a
difference
few
between
pounds for
buffalo
one
and
of
a
them.
bison?
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah. They sort of
Bush ones
slowly
are the bison.
reintroducing them into wild, hoping
Yeah.
that the mate and reproduce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right, I've been going 2.5 hours. I'm going to bid you adios because we don't want.
Thanks for letting me come up.
Yeah, Chris and Callum's up early in the morning. So, well, I've got to get up early because I've got that woman from, to do Jobbo. Yeah. See what things they can do to us. I forgot what it's called now. Yeah. So it's like social services to see, we want to ramp out here, we want to ramp out on steps and see if they can sort of handrails and have a wet room and things like that. So I'll see you all on the next one, guys, on Friday. So I'll see you then. Bye.
Right.
Crank.